Here we are bringing you the first picks of the 2014 season. Obviously, Seattle already won. Everybody picked Seattle to win that game. Gonna go down the line. This legitimate right now. Saturday, we're looking at Ohio State in trouble in the horseshoe. Beamer ball, baby. Blacksburg back. They're leading 21-14 in tough fought competition. What I notice is domination up front from the Hokies. That's a bad sign for Ohio State being a top 10 team in the country. Jump to the NFL picks. We'll get back to college football a little later. This is the YouTube Sports Insider special. First picks of 2014, just to show the world I am the best at picking games overall. It's just the way it goes down. I'm going to start with the Bears and the Bills. It's a no-brainer. If Cutler doesn't come out swinging, trying to show he's at least trying to push for an MVP type season, seeing all the holes that the Packers have, prime opportunity. The Bears beat up the Bills. Bills, Sammy Watkins might be tough. The Bears need to improve on defense. What you'd like to see is them knock E.J. Manuel around a little bit, make the Bills struggle. They're still a young offense. This should happen. I expect the Bears to win this game going away, 27-10-ish. Cincinnati, Baltimore next on your list. We're going to have a tough fought AFC North battle. Cincinnati needs to exert itself. Both quarterbacks. We're talking about top two tiers, right? With Flacco with the $120 million. A.J. Dalton on the other side. A little less money for Dalton. Is he worth it? Is he not worth it? We'll see how this first tier, second tier contract plays itself out. I got Cincinnati winning this all-important game one right now. Big time. Big time for Cincinnati. Have to get out swinging. They have to establish the running game. Is that revamped defense good enough to win in the playoffs? I have them pulling this game out 24-20. Late in the game, they'll make a play. A.J. Green will be huge. Dalton will make some big plays. Next on the list, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Looking at an ugly, standard, physical AFC North game. Yes, Cleveland's everybody's hype. They have no weapons offensively. Pittsburgh's a mess right now, struggling to find an identity. I like Pittsburgh to win this game 16-13. And again, a pretty ugly game. Washington, Houston. I'm going with the Texans. Both teams will be much improved from last year. Texans actually have a legitimate shot of worst to first. You heard it here first. Sports Insider says it. I think they come out and I think they physically exert themselves over Washington. Their running game still being entirely too powerful to stop. And I got the Texans coming out and spoiling RG3 and Deshaun Jackson's debut. They might make a couple big plays. That's about it. It's good for fantasy. Philly, Jacksonville, next on the list. Should be a no-brainer. Nick Foles got to come out and beat up Jacksonville. Problem is, Jacksonville has heart. Fans in Philly ain't really patient. Can they wait the Chip Kelly offense out? LaShawn McCoy should come out. Expect Philly to end up pulling this game out 33-20-ish. When it should be a much bigger blowout. The one upset possible in the morning, Tennessee over the Chiefs. I'm still going to pick the Chiefs. I fully expect the Chiefs to find a way to win this game. But it's not going to be as clean and easy cut as possible. The Chiefs are in danger of taking a step back this year. A step back gets you out of the playoffs in the AFC. They need to come out swinging. They need to make sure that defensive line does what it's supposed to do. They're healthy. Dontari Poe, the emergence, finally. It's a big time for Chiefs football. They need to find a way to beat a Tennessee team that, quite frankly, Sean Green is not Chris Johnson. You know, it's up to Locker can play football. Give Locker a little credit. New England, Miami. 10 straight opening day victories for New England is not stopping now. Brady's coming out swinging. They're a little disturbed by the way they got handled in that AFC Championship game when they came into Bronco country, baby. You know how it goes down. But we're on to new stuff, too. It's a new season, and New England's out to prove something. Miami's in trouble. Tannehill struggles throwing the deep ball. That new defensive secondary in New England will be able to make some plays early. It's going to be an interesting game. Big play right now. Watching right now. Currently took a break. Looked like something big happened. Nothing happened. Hokey ball. Still up a touchdown. End of the morning games, New England there. Minnesota, St. Louis. In a game with no quarterback, I'm going to take Austin from the Rams to be the most valuable quarterback in the game and find a way for that Rams to get a win. Their defensive line is tough enough to keep Adrian Peterson at bay. Minnesota doesn't know. Castle, come on. Are you kidding me? Poor Minnesota. I'm going to go with the Rams in an ugly win that they really need to help reemerge that team. New Orleans, Atlanta. This is another dangerous game. It's going to be a shootout. The Saints defense is overrated. It's not ready for prime time yet. It's not a Seattle defense. It's not what the 49ers defense was. It's not. Atlanta's going to take advantage. They have one of the two best tandems of receivers in the league. You better believe they're coming. And if the Saints aren't careful and don't have enough firepower, this is a type of game you could lose 41-37. I'm going to take New Orleans to win it 41-34. But don't be shocked. Sports Insider said it here first. Jets. It's not the same old Raiders team. A little improved. Not much. I see the Jets controlling a little bit more running game. Chris Johnson being a little more productive than the new MJD McFadden 8-ball mix, whatever you want to call that there in Oakland. The emergence of Carr, great preseason. Does it translate into your first game in the big leagues? No. And Rex Ryan's under pressure this year. If the Jets don't get off to a good start, he's going to have to go to Vic. If that happens, they're going to be forced to win. And when that kind of pressure hits New York, they crumble, they collapse. It'll happen by the end of the season naturally. Rex will be on the hot seat. You heard it from your Sports Insider here first. Lance Kostiuk tonight live. These are the Saturday night picks. Week 1 edition. Let's go over this again. Carolina, Tampa Bay. I got Tampa in the Lovie Smith era. Coming out swinging. Over a 12-4 Panther team, you ask how? Panthers have no receivers. They still really don't. Cam Newton, that rib injury, those things don't go away. And it sounds more like an excuse waiting to keep him from getting where he needs to go this year. Here's the way it is. Carolina will be taking a step back. It's going to happen. Accept it, Panther fans. Tampa's going to come out and get the Lovie era going in dramatic fashion here. San Francisco, Dallas. Everybody's hype on what Dallas can do. Dude, did you forget the worst defense in football lost its greatest playmaker in its history? No. Come back to reality. Romo might have a great game and keep him in it if he does. San Francisco finds a way to win. They have too many weapons. They still have too many weapons, and people are writing off the 49ers a little too quick. And Harbaugh's not that type of coach. He's not going to let it go down. Sure, the 49er empire took a hurting in its quest for 6. That's why the Broncos will end up getting 3 this year. I got San Francisco finding a way to win this game against Dallas. Somewhere around that 20-17 range. Real good football. Find a way to win. The night game. Woo, finally unleashing it in the mile high, baby. You know how we do it. Denver wins this game going away. 42-24. 49-24. 5 touchdown passes. About 400 yards for Manning. The Colts still have no secondary. And even if you did go re-sign a whole new one last year, which you didn't, and you needed to, you're in trouble. And that's going to be the Colts. All year long, they're going to suffer in that secondary. They gave up 80 points in 2 playoff games. They did nothing to get better back there. Upside Denver. Colts, little overrated. And your owner's on the wagon, huh? What do you think of that? Monday night games. Detroit, baby. We're going to ride with the Detroit Lions will beat the G-Men. Stafford to Megatron. Megatron. Has he not changed the way receivers are drafted? Entirely so. Another sports show. We're at 9.5 minutes now. 1 pick left. Big game. Second game Monday night. Arizona comes out swinging. The real Patrick Peterson makes a play or two on Rivers. And the Cardinals get this win. The Chargers take a step back. You heard it here first. Live in Bronco country, baby. This is how we do it in the ranch. We prefer saltine cracker with premium cheese. This show's brought to you by Single Daddy Productions. Baby mamas with attitudes. Family first. I'm certified insane, baby. You know who it is. It's your boy Lance Kostiuk. Much love. I'm out. Peace on the 10-minute game, peeps.